Okay, this is how we're starting this. Come a bit closer, just a little bit closer. So I got to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I had a really good time. Shoutouts to Square Enix for letting me check out the game at the recent London Comic Con, and for letting me capture some footage too, which I'll be showing you in this preview. So to break it down, I got to go hands-on with two demos. One that took place on Mount Nebel and served as a sort of tutorial for the game, or for the demo, and the other one in an open area near Junon. Both demos I've tried in performance and graphical modes, and both played perfectly. They're both amazing. I of course lean more towards performance for, 60 FPS.
A Mako spring.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, but if we keep using Mako to power our homes, springs like this will disappear, right?
What are you talking about? Who told you that?
My dad. And the mayor, if you must know.
Except the planet's huge. Mako will never run out, right?
Naturally formed materia. And look at the size of it. Astounding. For the Mako energy to condense into something like this, it must have taken an eternity.
I've always wondered, how does materia let you cast spells exactly?
How did you ever get to be a soldier? To put it simply, the knowledge of the ancients is sealed within each orb. That knowledge not only connects us to the planet, it allows us to tap into her power. That's how we can use magic. Or so they say.
Really? Magic sure is weird.
I know someone who'd be livid to hear you call it weird, or magic for that matter. I can just imagine what he'd say. It's an affront to science.
Who?
Hojo, from Research and Development. His predecessor was a great man, but him... he is anything but. We should press on.
In the demo that I played on Mount Nebel, the main thing that I got to do that was different was play as Sephiroth. And let me tell you that the man is a monster. The abilities he has available to him clearly shows me why he's such a problem. On the flip side, he is really fun to play, and being able to use Masamune is the icing on the cake. I did try to mess around with the materia setup for Sephiroth, but unfortunately this option was available for me in the demo, or even if it's an option in the full game itself, who knows. Beyond this, we also got some light exploration, climbing up the mountain via parkour, which are now certain parts that you could climb are indicated with yellow marks. You might have seen something similar in other Square Enix games, and dealing with the leaked Mako. But what this particular demo also gave us a good breakdown of is the combat itself and the kind of things we can expect. If you have played Final Fantasy VII Remake, there'll be a lot of familiarity here for you, but there are a few new things that I do believe elevate the combat in Rebirth. One of the new parts of the combat are the synergy skills, and this can be activated by holding guard, which then brings up the moves you can perform with the characters in your current party. What it looked like to me was Cloud was charging up his Buster Sword and Sephiroth was providing extra power as support. This resulted in actually a pretty cool combination attack. From the looks of it, or from what I saw, it doesn't seem to have taken up any ATB or MP, and the longer it was held down, the more powerful the effect of the attack. Another form of this is called the synergy abilities, which is accessible from the command menu once Cloud and Sephiroth have a certain amount of charges, which you could see on screen at the moment, right under the ATB bar. This allows you to use a unique ability between them, and the one that was accessible to me in the demo was called Double Helix, where Cloud and Sephiroth just went absolutely crazy on the Materia Guardian. According to a post from the Final Fantasy account, more synergy abilities will become available as you level up your party and create further bonds with characters. The way the system has been set up almost encourages you to use as many members as possible during battle with as many different combinations as possible. It just opens up the game further for you, but again, if you have your favorites, you have your favorites.
Hey, check it out.
Just them?
Guess so. Oh my god.
He ain't coming back.
That city they're headed to, is that...
Junon. Shinra territory. Come on.
The second demo puts us in a small area just outside of Junon and allows us to experience the open world or open area, or how that was actually realized. The area itself is actually quite large and there was plenty to see, even though a portion of it was actually cut off during the demo. I personally like to slow down and smell the roses, but it's equally good that I can call on a chocobo pretty much anywhere and move at a quicker speed when I need to. Considering how grand the environments will end up being, this is a most welcome mechanic. He even let me jump in the water with the chocobo, and I expect there will be some interesting surprises there. Lastly, Red 13 on a chocobo is the funniest thing ever. Before you ask, yes, I helped the young chocobo as I just could not leave them be. Following them will bring you to a chocobo stop where the sign has fallen down, and once you've helped pick that sign up, you'll receive a golden plume which you can exchange for gear at ranches. Yes, I also pet them. All of them. Through further exploration, you'll also come across materials in which you can transmute into useful items such as accessories or a piece of armor. So it's always worth exploring as much as possible, as you never know what you might come across out there. You will also come across your standard monsters which you can battle, but you can also take part in fiend sightings. So these specific battles have objectives for you to meet and can be retried should you miss anything. This actually gave me the first opportunity to play as Red 13, seeing as FF7 Remake you could not control the character directly. Red 13 has a moveset that involves slashes with the front and back legs for the basic attacks, but this can also be held down to unleash a whirling slash, so a much bigger attack. You could also enter Vengeance mode, which increases his attack power and dodge speed. Red 13 literally fights like a wild animal, and it really does show during the gameplay. I even managed to pull off his synergy ability with Cloud called Savage Assault, and it was really cool to witness in real time.
One moment. Welcome to Under Junon, our sunless oasis. My name is Rhonda. I'm the mayor and sheriff around these parts.
What?
Avalanche, huh?
That depends on who's asking.
A woman who could turn you in. And be 100 grand richer for it.
Well, you know what they say. Can't take it with you.
And Aerith to boot, huh? That's another $500,000 on top.
$500,000?
Down here, though, we know when to turn a blind eye. Consider our lips sealed.
Sorry, but I call bullshit.
Well, I don't think you would if you knew even half of what my town's been through. You don't like it? Leave. But over there, there's a quiet little inn where everyone's welcome.
The end of the demo has us visit a small town below Junon, where we heed a call for help and enter a battle against the terror of the deep. This segment locks us in, so I wasn't actually able to look around the town, as if I tried to move in the other direction, it would simply just turn me back. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is shaping up to be something special, and from what I played, it looks like it's sure to satisfy the fans that jumped in on Remake and those who were curious to see how the team would push the next game in the series even further. There is still so much of the game that we do not know about, and I'm expecting plenty of surprises are awaiting us. In the demo, the part of the map I was exploring was so small in comparison to the actual size of it. All I can really say is that February cannot come soon enough.
Such a puppy.
Like, comment, subscribe, and for more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, check out this playlist here.